All right, everyone, get ready. We're going deep on hybrid and electric cars today. It's a big decision, getting a new car right. And you're smart to really think about these two options. We've got your notes, your comparisons, pros and cons, everything.
It really is a lot to consider. What's so interesting to me is just how fast things are changing. Hybrids felt new just a bit ago, and now electric cars are everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so starting with the basics. Hybrids 101. What makes a hybrid car, hybrid?
The key is they have two power sources, right? So you have your regular gas engine, but also an electric motor working alongside it. They team up, or sometimes one takes over, depending on the situation, and that makes them super fuel efficient.
So best of both worlds kind of thing. Get some electric power, but the gas is there if you need it. Pretty cool.
Exactly. That flexibility is a big plus with hybrids. Like if you're going on a long trip, no worries about finding a charging station.
Okay, makes sense. And then there's fully electric cars, no gas at all. Those seem to be getting all the attention these days.
Yeah, and for good reason. You've got the battery and the motor, that's it. No gas means zero emissions coming out the tailpipe. It's huge for the environment.
Okay, so both hybrid and electric sound pretty awesome. Let's get into the details, pros and cons of each. What about hybrids? What are their big wins?
I'd say flexibility, that's the main one. Longer trips, you use gas. Short trips, around town, the electric motor kicks in. Much better gas mileage than your typical car.
Yeah, saving money on gas is always a good thing. But are there downsides too? Gotta be, right?
Of course, no car is perfect. One thing is, they cost more upfront. Compared to a regular car, that is. You're paying for all that fancy tech. And they do lower emission, but it's not zero, like with electric.
Hmm, that makes sense. Anything else?
Oh, this one might surprise you. Maintenance can get expensive on a hybrid. Think about it. You're essentially maintaining two systems, gas and electric. One source I read compared it to, like, having your wife and your mother-in-law in the car.
Aha, oh man, I get that. Double the opinions, double the potential for trouble. Okay, what about all electric cars? What makes them so special?
So many things. Zero emissions, that's the big one, obviously. Makes them a really eco-friendly choice. But the driving experience is just totally different, too. Imagine a smooth, silent ride, crazy acceleration because of that electric torque. Some people say it feels like you're gliding.
Wow, all right, now I'm getting a little jealous. But every superhero has a weakness, right? What are the downsides of going all electric?
The big one people talk about is like range anxiety. Batteries don't last as long as a full tank of gas, at least not yet. And charging takes longer than filling up at the pump, so you got to plan a bit more, especially for longer trips.
Yeah, and not everyone has a charger at home or can easily find public ones, right? That could be a deal breaker for some.
Absolutely. Charging infrastructure, it's getting better all the time, especially in cities. But outside of that, yeah, it's still developing.
Okay, so we've heard about both sides now. Hybrids, electric cars, highlights, challenges. But how do you actually choose? It's like picking between your two favorite desserts.
It comes down to you, honestly. What do you need this car for? Your daily commute, how far you usually drive, and whether you can even charge an electric car easily. Like long commute, not a lot of chargers around. Hybrid might be smarter, at least for now.
But if you're mostly around town and you can charge at home or work, electric sounds pretty tempting, right?
Yeah, definitely. And here's the thing, the technology keeps getting better all the time. This market is exploding, so we're seeing huge leaps forward in battery tech, charging infrastructure. Even if fully electric isn't right for you today, it might be soon.
This is where things get interesting. Your research dives into the driving experience too. What about hybrids? What's it actually like to drive one?
It's pretty similar to driving a regular car. You've still got that gas engine doing its thing. You'll notice when it switches between the gas and electric, but it's usually pretty smooth, nothing jarring.
So no sudden bursts of speed when the electric kicks in. Nothing like that.
Haha, no, it's much more subtle. You might hear the engine change, maybe feel a little difference in acceleration, but overall, it's meant to be a really smooth, efficient ride.
Okay, got it. So what about electric cars then? They're supposed to be super quiet, right?
Oh, yeah, that's one of the coolest things. Electric cars are amazingly quiet. You'll hear the tires on the road, the wind, but no engine noise. It's almost eerie how peaceful it is. And that acceleration. Instant, powerful, all thanks to that electric torque. Like you said earlier, gliding, that's a good way to put it.
Man, sounds pretty amazing. Starting to see the appeal, for sure. But realistically, not everyone's ready to ditch gas entirely. Are there times when a hybrid actually makes more sense?
Absolutely. If you're doing a lot of long distance driving, or, if you live somewhere without a ton of charging stations, hybrid gives you that flexibility. Need gas, you fill up. But you still get those electric benefits for shorter trips, city driving, all that.
So it's like a stepping stone, right? Dip your toes in the electric water without going all the way in.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really practical option for a lot of people, at least for now.
Let's talk money. Your research had some interesting stuff about the cost involved. Are hybrids actually cheaper to run compared to just a regular gas car?
Over time, yes, definitely. They use way less gas because of that electric assist. Plus, you often get tax breaks, rebates, makes them even more appealing financially.
But I know they can be more expensive to buy up front, right? Higher sticker price than a similar gas car.
That's true, you are paying for that extra tech. But got to keep those long-term savings in mind, right? Less gas, potential tax breaks, factor all that in.
Good point. Okay, what about electric cars? Are they really as budget-friendly as everyone thinks?
They can be, surprisingly so. Electricity is generally cheaper than gas, and electric cars need less maintenance overall. Fewer moving parts, less to go wrong. Plus, the government often throws in some incentives, tax credits, specifically for EVs.
So maybe spend a bit more at the beginning, but save later on.
Exactly. And, as battery tech improves, gets cheaper to make, that price difference between electric and regular cars, it's probably going to shrink even more.
Makes sense. So both hybrid and electric have the potential for savings there. But what about the environmental impact? Which one's the real eco-worry?
Oh, no question, electric cars win that one, hands down. Zero tailpipe emissions, so they're not adding to air pollution, greenhouse gases, any of that. They're a big part of the solution to climate change.
But hybrids are still doing some good, right? Better than just a regular gas guzzler.
For sure. Way fewer emissions than a traditional car, but not completely emission-free, like we said. Depends how much you use that electric motor versus the gas engine.
Okay, so electric takes the gold for being eco-friendly. Hybrids get the silver. But we got to talk about that hybrid maintenance thing again. Tell me more about that.
Right, remember, hybrids have both, the gas engine and the electric motor. So you're basically taking care of two systems, all the usual stuff for the gas engine, oil changes, spark plugs, PES, whatever the electric motor and battery needs.
So double the fun, double the maintenance. Got it.
Pretty much. And some of those repairs, they can be more complicated, need special expertise. That drives up the cost, too.
Okay, definitely something to think about when you're comparing those ownership costs. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. Your research also talked about the future of all this. What can we expect to see in the next few years for both hybrid and electric?
It's wild how fast things are changing, both hybrid and electric cars. The tech is getting better all the time, like battery technology. That's one of the most exciting areas.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's got to be the key, right? Better batteries, everything else falls into place.
Exactly. Higher capacity, so you can go farther on a single charge. Faster charging times, too. And they're lasting longer, the batteries themselves.
So that whole range anxiety thing, maybe that just goes away.
Could very well happen. And here's the other thing. As batteries improve, they become cheaper to make. So the price of electric cars will come down, too.
That's huge. All right, what else is coming down the pipeline?
Charging infrastructure, that's the other big one. More and more public charging stations popping up everywhere. Makes it way easier to charge your car on the go. And we're seeing a lot of innovation in home charging, too. Smart chargers that know when to juice up your car, optimize energy usage, all that.
So going electric is just becoming more and more convenient, basically.
Exactly. And think about it. The more people switch to electric cars, the more companies will invest in charging infrastructure. It's like this positive feedback loop pushing us towards a more electric future.
Sounds pretty awesome. But what about hybrids? Do they still have a place in this brave new world?
Oh, absolutely. Hybrids are going to be around for a while, especially for people who aren't quite ready to go fully electric. Or, if you need that gas engine for long trips, peace of mind, all that.
Right, makes sense.
Plus, hybrid tech is evolving too. We've got plug-in hybrids now, those PHEVs. They can go farther on just electric power, and you can charge them up at home, just like a full EV.
So it's like hybrids are getting their own upgrades, keeping up with the times.
Yeah, they're going to get even more efficient, more refined in the next few years, I'm sure of it.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today. The nuts and bolts of hybrid and electric cars, pros, cons, even peeked into the future a bit. But the big question, which one is better?
Honestly, there's no one right answer. The best car depends on the person. What do you need it for? How do you drive? What are your priorities?
Like picking your superpower. Do you want to fly or be invisible? Depends on the mission, right?
Exactly. So think about it. Do you mainly drive around town, easy access to charging at home or work? Electric car could be perfect for you. No emissions, quiet, smooth ride. Feels good, right?
Yeah, definitely. But what about people who need to drive long distances, maybe through areas where chargers are still hard to find?
That's where the hybrid really shines. That freedom to go anywhere, no range anxiety. You can still use electric power for a lot of your driving, but the gas is there when you need it. Best of both worlds.
And we learned they both have some pretty compelling financial benefits, too. Saving the planet and saving some cash. Sign me in.
Right. Hybrids can really cut down on those gas costs, and a lot of them have great tax breaks, too. Electric cars, yeah, might cost a bit more upfront, but those long-term savings on gas and maintenance, can't beat that. And hey, if you can power your car with renewable energy like solar, even better.
Okay, folks, I think we've given you a good overview of the whole hybrid versus electric situation. You've got the info, the pros and cons, and a sense of where things are headed in the future.
And remember, this industry is constantly changing. New stuff is coming out all the time, making both hybrids and electric cars even more appealing.
Right, we're talking better batteries, faster charging, more and more charging stations everywhere. The future of driving is looking pretty exciting.
So the decision is in your hands. Weigh those options, think about what matters to you, and choose the car that fits your life and your vision for the future.
Couldn't have said it better myself. No matter what you choose, you're taking a step towards a more sustainable, more exciting way to drive. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the topics that matter most to you.